This is Chris Bales. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE WrestleMania 39 Night 2 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's WrestleMania 39. This is Night 2. I already talked about Night 1. If you haven't yet, go check out my reviews on all of Night 1 from last night. But here we go, discussing about Night 2 of WrestleMania. So yeah, we kick off the show with them showing some nice video packages and everything like that. But we kick off the show with the first match of the night. It was Brock Lesnar versus Omos with MVP at ringside. And this match, it was an okay match. I'm not even going to lie. I think this is like one of Omos's best matches, besides like with his match against Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel last year. And it was a pretty good, entertaining match. I can say that for the most part. Like, during this match, Omos was going after Brock Lesnar's back, you know, slamming him multiple times, locking on a bear hug and stuff. At one point, Lesnar was trying to hit a German suplex onto Omos, but Omos starts laying in some elbows to him on the side of the head and everything. You know, just beating down Brock Lesnar. At one point, he hits a chokeslam onto Brock Lesnar. He pins him, but Lesnar kicks out at 2, and Omos was just beating down Brock Lesnar, beating his back up and all that stuff. But then Lesnar starts coming back, hitting a German suplex onto him, and then he grabs him and hits a second one onto him, and then he hits a third German suplex onto Omos. Looks like it was going to be all over there. Lesnar then waits for him to get back up, and he actually lifts up Omos onto his shoulders, about to hit that F5, but his back gives out. Omos then grabs Lesnar, trying to hit that two-handed chokeslam onto Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar reverses it by pretty much leaping right beside him or whatever, and then he picks up Omos again for the second time, and he finally hits the F5 onto Omos, and then he pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Brock Lesnar defeated Omos tonight at WrestleMania. That's what happened. It was an okay match. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it, just because, like, I wanted to see Brock Lesnar hit F5 on Omos. Like, let's be honest, that was going to be pretty cool. Like, Omos needed to win the match and everything, but he didn't. But Brock Lesnar won. But Omos still kind of looked like a monster in this match. I can say that much. So yeah, he was dominating the match pretty much a lot of the time in this match. Like a good 90% of this match, it was all Omos. So yeah, but yeah, that's what happened there. It was an okay match, okay opener. Give that match 2 stars as well. Give it. Still to come later on tonight in the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and many more matches still to come later on tonight at WrestleMania 39 Night 2. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WrestleMania 39. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WrestleMania 39 Night 2, it was a fatal 4-way tag team match. So yeah, we'll get to that match next. It was for the women's WrestleMania showcase. It was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Natalya and Shotzi in a fatal 4-way tag team match, women's WrestleMania showcase match. So yeah, that's what this match was. Winner of this match will become #1 contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. So yeah, that's what this match is all about. But yeah, it was a pretty good, okay match with all these women and stuff. All of them was hitting their big moves and everything. At one point, we see Natalya and Shotzi hit the heart attack onto Sonya Deville. Natalya pins her. 1, 2. Chelsea Green breaks up the pin at the count of 2. But then Chelsea Green threw Shotzi out the ring, and then Natalya grabs Chelsea Green, slams her onto Sonya Deville, and then locks on a double sharpshooter onto Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, trying to make them both tap out and stuff, which was pretty cool, up until Liv Morgan jumps off the top turnbuckle with a code breaker onto Natalya, breaking up the submission hold and everything. And then at the ending, it was like Liv Morgan and Shotzi that was the legal women in this match. They started taking out everybody, but then we see Liv Morgan hit the Oblivion onto Shotzi. She goes for the pin, but at that point, they're not the legal. Liv Morgan's not the legal woman because Ronda Rousey done tagged herself in, or Shayna, one of the two. And then while Liv Morgan thinks she's a legal woman in there and she's pinning Shotzi, that's when Shayna Baszler comes in, kneeing her in the face, pretty much knocking her out the ring. And then that's when Ronda Rousey comes in, locking on that armbar, making Shotzi tap out. So yeah, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defeated Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya and Shotzi, and Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green tonight in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Women's Showcase match. So yeah, that's what happened there. It was an okay match, pretty good Fatal 4-Way match. I give that match 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was an okay match. I like the men's one better, but this one, it was still pretty good. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler is the number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. That's what happened there. So yeah, I will see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WrestleMania 39 Night 2. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on WrestleMania 39 Night 2, we get to the third match of the night. It was a freaking banger. I'll just say that much. It was the Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. And man, when I'm talking about this match was a really good match, it was a really fucking good match. I will say that much. Like, literally everybody got their moves in and everything. It was just going wild. Gunther was laying in some chops. McIntyre was laying some chops on him. Same for Sheamus, and Sheamus was beating the hell out of everybody. There was a cool spot where Sheamus had, when he was on the ring apron, he had Gunther on the ropes and stuff. He starts beating him in the chest once. McIntyre comes up with a chop on him, and they just kept on going back and forth on the Gunther, which was wild and everything. But yeah, this match had a few near falls. A lot of times in this match, we see McIntyre bust out the Future Shock DDT on the Gunther, and he tried to hit the Claymore onto him up until Gunther drops down. McIntyre was flying over him and stuff, which was crazy. But then everybody, like I said, was laying in their moves. We see Sheamus hitting the high cross onto Gunther. He pins them 1, 2. Gunther barely kicking out at 2, and then at one point we see Gunther actually hit the power bomb onto, I think it was Sheamus or McIntyre, one of the two, and he almost got the 3 count, but they kicked out at 2 as well. And then at the ending, at one point, we see Sheamus hit the bro kick onto Gunther. He pins him, and literally it was going to be all over there. 1, 2, McIntyre grabs Sheamus and drags him right out the ring, breaking up the pin. Sheamus looked pissed off, and both of them just started going at it outside the ring and everything. McIntyre was just doing some high risk as well, jumping over the top rope and stuff, which was pretty cool and everything. Like, literally everybody was laying it in this match. We see McIntyre hit the Claymore on Sheamus at one point, but Sheamus kicked out at 2 and everything. Like I said, just a wild match. And we see Sheamus actually hit the bro kick on a McIntyre at one point. McIntyre kicked out at 2 as well. But then we started getting to the ending, and Sheamus takes down McIntyre with a move, and then he pins him 1, 2. Gunther just came out of nowhere, jumping off the top turnbuckle, a big splash, breaking up the pin onto him. And then he grabs Sheamus, lifts him up, and power bombs him right onto Drew McIntyre's head. Like, Drew McIntyre was on his hands and knees, and he got Sheamus got power bomb onto Drew McIntyre's head, and then Gunther grabs McIntyre and hits a power bomb onto him, and then he pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Gunther defeated Drew McIntyre and Sheamus tonight in the triple threat match. That's what happened. He has retained the Intercontinental Championship. That was a really good match. It was a really good match. If you have yet, go check it out. For that match, I give it 5 stars. That's why I'll give it 5 out of 5. That's why I'll give that match. That's probably going to be match of the night for me. I'm not even going to lie. And we still got more matches to come, actually. So yeah, that match with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, I already knew it was going to be a freaking banger going in, and it was. And I'm surprised that Gunther didn't even drop the Intercontinental Championship. I deadass thought that Sheamus was going to win it tonight, but apparently that ain't the case, and he's just going to hold the title even longer, which I hope he does. I hope he beats the Honky Tonk Man's record, as the reigning IC champion. So yeah, hopefully that will be the case. But yeah, still to come later on tonight in the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But up next, it will be the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, versus Asuka, 1-on-1 for the Raw Women's Championship. So yeah, that match will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WrestleMania 39 Night 2. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WrestleMania 39 Night 2, it was a 1-on-1 match. But before we talk about that match, I forgot to mention a few things. Now, Titus O'Neil was on commentary for that triple threat match, which I forgot to mention. Nothing really important. It was just him being on commentary just for the match, like he was on commentary for a match from last night's night one. But yeah, before the match, actually, before that triple threat match, Bobby Lashley did come out because they introduced him, because he did win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. But it was just him coming out, just being there. So yeah, so he was just pretty much there on WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then we get to the next match of the night. It was the WWE Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair versus Asuka, 1-on-1 for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. So yeah, we get to the match. Asuka comes out with a bunch of people pretty much wearing the Asuka mask and all that stuff coming out, and she comes out as well. And then Bianca Belair's entrance, she had a bunch of kids dancing around and stuff, doing backflips and cartwheels and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there. And yeah, we get to the match, and it was a pretty good match between the two women. At one point, we see Bianca Belair hit a powerbomb on Asuka outside the ring, which was pretty cool. She actually suplexed her back into the ring with Asuka being on the ring apron, suplexing her back into the ring off the second turnbuckle. So yeah, that was pretty cool and all that stuff. So yeah, they was just going back and forth and everything. A few times it looked Asuka was going to win. She hit the code breaker at one point, but Bianca kicked out at two. But then we get to the very ending with Bianca grabbing Asuka, trying to hit the KOD onto her, but Asuka was holding on to the ropes and stuff, and she finally lets go of Asuka. Bianca almost ran into the referee. Referee had her back turned, and Bianca turns around, and Asuka was trying to spit great mist in her face, but Bianca ducks and moves out the way, and then we see Asuka trying to kick Bianca upside the head. Bianca ducks. Bianca was trying to hit her with the hair, and she ducks and stuff. Both of them was going at it. Asuka then grabs Bianca, rolls her through with the arm bar and stuff, trying to make Bianca tap out. Bianca fought out of it, had her up on her shoulders, and hits the KOD onto Asuka, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bianca Belair defeated Asuka tonight to retain the Raw Women's Championship. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. I give that match 3.5 stars as well. I was hoping that Asuka was going to be the one winning this match, but apparently that did not happen. But yeah, Bianca Belair defeated Asuka and has retained the Raw Women's Championship. That's what happened. So yeah, I will see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WrestleMania 39 Night 2. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WrestleMania 39 Night 2, now we get to a next segment where we see The Miz and Snoop Dogg in the middle of the ring. Miz is hosting WrestleMania, of course, and Snoop Dogg is like his co-host or whatever. And yeah, they are hosting WrestleMania. And they come out announcing the attendance, and they're in there is like 81,000, or a little bit over 81,000. So yeah, that's what they was doing. But Miz pretty much got mad about what Snoop Dogg did last night on night one, where he pretty much goaded him into doing an open challenge, which Pat McAfee answered, and Pat McAfee won that match, and he's pissed off about that. And, Snoop Dogg was like, my bad, and Miz was talking about how he ruined his suit, and it's not his bad. And Snoop Dogg was like, you know what, I wasn't talking about my bad like that, I was talking about my bad. And then all of a sudden, Snoop Dogg introduces Shane McMahon. So yeah, Shane McMahon returns tonight, and so yeah, Shane McMahon makes his return back to WWE. We haven't seen him since the Royal Rumble last year in 2022. So yeah, his return back, and yeah, he has a match against The Miz. We'll get to the match, and they're going at it and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Shane McMahon does a leapfrog over Miz, and he landed on his knee, busted out his knee pretty much, and yeah, Shane McMahon got injured like that. He blew out his knee. So yeah, they kind of had improvise after that, and Snoop Dogg comes in there, beats the hell out of Miz, punching him in the face and stuff, because Miz was dancing around and stuff. And yeah, it looks like then I guess we had a match between those two guys, Snoop Dogg and Miz. Snoop Dogg beat up Miz, and then he hits a people's elbow into him and pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Snoop Dogg defeated the Miz. That's what happened. I guess it was supposed to. I think the injury's legit with Shane McMahon. So yeah, that's what happened there. But what can you do? I'm not rating that match. I'm sorry. That's not going to get a rating out of me. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Edge versus Finn Balor 1-on-1 inside Hell in a Cell up next. So yeah, that match is going to be a banger. I can already tell you that. So yeah, that match will be up next. So yeah, see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WrestleMania 39 Night 2, it was a 1-on-1 match. It was a Hell in a Cell match. It was Edge versus the the Demon, Finn Balor, inside Hell in a Cell. So yeah, they finally got the original Hell in a Cell, the silver cell back. It's not red no more, so yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the weapons and stuff in a little bit. They have Russell Crowe actually kind of like introduce everything because this match is advertised from that movie, The Pope's Exorcist, that he's in. So yeah, he was introducing it pretty much with all that stuff. And then we see Edge coming out with like the Brood stuff, and then they play his original theme song, Metalingus, coming on down and stuff like that. And Finn Balor, he got his old theme song back. He comes out as the Demon. He don't wear those tights anymore. He got like the underwear on. So yeah, that's what he's wearing. And yeah, they get into the match and everything, and they're going at it and stuff. It was a pretty good match, going back and forth between Finn Balor and Edge. They was grabbing weapons like steel chairs and kendo sticks, which like the kendo sticks was like purple, the chairs was red, and they brought in a table which was like purple and stuff. So yeah, the weapons had some color into it as well. And we see at one point that that Edge put Finn Balor in the corner, wrapped up in the kendo sticks, and started drop kicking him in the corner, which was pretty cool. And then at one point we see Edge setting up a table at the corner of the Hell in a Cell, and then that's when Finn Balor drop kicks him through the table and stuff, which was pretty cool. Edge brings in a ladder at one point, tosses it right at Finn Balor's face, and apparently he started bleeding and everything. So yeah, Balor was busted open and stuff. So they kind of like stopped the match for like a little bit. Like the doctors and stuff was checking on him, but like at the same time, you couldn't like, it was kind of like tough to notice because of the face paint and stuff he was wearing. So yeah, it was a little bit tough. But yeah, Edge done brought in some ladders and more weapons and stuff. He brought in a table and everything. They had like a ladder set up, and at one point we see Finn Balor try. Finn Balor actually hit the coup de grace on Edge at one point. He pins him, but Edge kicked out at 2, and then he tries to climb up the ladder, try to hit the coup de grace off of there. But Edge climbs up there and starts beating him down, and then he hits an execution on the Finn Balor off of there that lift up DDT onto Finn Balor off the ladder, which was pretty cool. He pins him 1, 2. Finn Balor barely kicking out at 2. Both of them still going at it. Balor starts beating down Edge. He lays him across from the table. Balor climbs up the top turnbuckle. It looks like he was about to hit the coup de grace off the turnbuckle, but then he changes his mind. He just leaps over there on the Hell in a Cell, starts climbing up it, and there was this like platform right there on the Hell in a Cell, so he gets on that platform, and he jumps off the platform with the coup de grace, trying to hit it on Edge, but Edge moved off the table, and Finn Balor went through the table, crashing and burning pretty much. And then we see Edge hit the spear onto Balor. He pins him, but Balor kicks out at 2, and then Edge grabs a steel chair, puts Balor's head onto the steel chair, grabs another one and hits the concerto onto Finn Balor and pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Edge defeated Finn Balor tonight at WrestleMania. That's what happened. Pretty good match though between those two guys. For that match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's why I'll give it a really good match between Edge and Finn Balor. So yeah, really good match. But yep, that's what happened there. Really good stuff. But then after that, we see Kayla Braxton interviewing Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair was somehow Asuka was a tough opponent and all that stuff, but she beat her, and she's going to have to move on. Holding that Raw Women's Championship for over a year. So yeah, that's what she was saying, and then she was celebrating with the kids that came out with her for her entrance and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there. But still to come later on tonight, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in the main event. So yeah, I will see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WrestleMania 39 Night 2. See you guys later until then. There is going to be a lot to unpack in this little part right here, and yeah, let's go ahead and just get down right to it. The main event, but before we even talk about the main event, there's a lot of things we got to talk about. First off, they introduced all of the people that got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2023 from Friday night. They introduced Stacy Keibler, Tim White, The Great Muta, Andy Kaufman, and Rey Mysterio. So yeah, Rey Mysterio, Stacy Keibler, and the Great Muta came out on stage, and then the family of Tim White and Andy Kaufman came out on stage. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we finally get to the main event. First off, they showed an amazing video package of this rivalry and stuff with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and everything. Just an amazing video package of like that Cody Rhodes needs to win the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Like, he just got to win it for his father and his family and all that. That's what the story is all about. And then you got Roman's story of he got to win to keep on going as the tribal chief to go past 1,000 days as champion. So yeah, that's the story from both of these guys. Roman Reigns is clocking in with this title reign of 945 days. So yeah, today is 945 days of Roman Reigns as champion. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get down to it. Now, Cody Rhodes comes out with that amazing entrance and everything. A lot of pyro. He comes out. He goes up to his family, which his wife and his kid is right there. His mom and his sister. And Luke Harper's or Brody Lee's son, pretty much. -1 is over there at ringside, in the crowd. He goes up, kisses his wife and all that stuff, holds his baby for a little bit, and he gives his weight belt to -1, which was in the crowd as well. And then we get a bunch of people playing the piano and stuff for Roman Reigns' theme, and he comes out, and yeah, Roman Reigns comes out with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. So yeah, main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns is with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman at ringside. The Usos are not with them at ringside for this one, but they come out later on. So yeah, we get to the match. It was a slow-paced match, going back and forth and everything between Cody and Roman. Like, they get onto the ramp, slamming each other on the ramp and everything else. Well, at one point, Roman is taking control of this match. He carries Cody to the announce table, beating him down and everything. He tears apart these two announce tables, and then it looks like Roman was going to powerbomb him through the announce table, which they was on another one, but they was going to powerbomb him through the other one. And Cody Rhodes reverses that into a back body drop, back body dropping Roman through the announce table, laying him out. He grabs him and throws him back into the ring. And multiple times Solo's interfering in this match. Cody gets on the ring apron while the referee is distracted, checking on Roman. Solo grabs a steel chair, hitting Cody in the ribs with it and stuff. And Roman was just going after Cody's ribs a lot of times in this match. At one point, Solo was grabbing Cody's foot and all that stuff. But it looked like a few times that Cody was going to win this match. He hit the Cody cutter at one point, but Roman kicks out at 2. At one point, Cody was trying to hit like the disaster kick on the Roman, but Roman catches him with a Superman punch in the air, pins him, but Cody kicks out at 2 as well. But then Cody, at one point, they get outside the ring and stuff and everything, and then they get back into the ring, but Cody's getting on the ring apron, and referee's distracted, still checking on Roman, and that's when Solo Sikoa grabs the weight belt that -1 had, and he hits Cody Rhodes in the back with the weight belt. The referee hears it, and he looks at Solo and kicks him out for ringside. So yeah, Solo got kicked out ringside, and Roman gets frustrated. He grabs the weight belt, about to hit Cody. Referee's telling him to drop it and everything, and then Roman turns around. He gets hit with a super kick by Cody Rhodes, and then Cody hits Crossroads onto Roman. Looks like it's going to be all over there. 1, 2, Roman barely kicking out at 2. A bunch of near falls in this match, going back and forth and everything. Cody then at one point climbed up the top turnbuckle and jumps off, but Roman moves out the way, but Cody lands on his feet. He runs to the ropes and he gets hit with a spear by Roman. Roman pins him, but Cody kicks out at 2 as well. So yeah, like I said, it was just going back and forth between these two guys. Superman punches, disaster kicks, all that stuff. So yeah, it was just a good match right there. But then we start getting to the very ending of the match, where we see pretty much the referee and stuff. Well, it looked like Cody Rhodes was going to hit like a punt kick to Roman, but Roman moves out the way and the referee gets hit with it instead. So yeah, the referee gets taken out. But since the referee got taken out, Roman and Cody starts working on each other again. But Cody Rhodes starts taking control of this match again, hitting the Cody cutter onto Roman, grabs him, about to hit Crossroads onto him, up until he gets hit with a double super kick by the Usos. So yeah, the Usos come up, hitting a double super kick onto Cody, and then they hit the 1D onto Cody Rhodes, laying him out. But then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn comes out through the crowd, coming into the ring, attacking the Usos, brawling with them and stuff. They take out the Usos. Roman's getting back up. he gets hit with a stunner by Kevin Owens, and then he gets set up in the corner, and then he gets hit with the hula kick by Sami Zayn, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn still brawling with the Usos and stuff, going outside the ring and everything else. Referee's coming back into the ring. Cody starts crawling. Roman puts his hand up over his chest, and then the referee starts counting the pin. 1, 2, Roman barely kicking out at 2. And then Roman starts coming back a little bit. He tries to hit the Superman punch onto Cody, but Cody moves out the way, reversing it, starts beating him down, throwing some fists to his face, and then hits the bionic elbow onto him, a tribute to his dad. He kicks Roman in the stomach, drops down to his back, hitting the uppercut onto Roman, a tribute to Goldust right there. And then he grabs Roman, hits a crossroads onto him, not once, but then twice, and then he lifts him up to hit the third crossroads onto Roman, up until Paul Heyman gets on the ring apron, distracting the referee. And then we see Solo Sikoa popping up once again at the very ending, wearing a hoodie and stuff, grabbing Cody Rhodes, hitting the Samoan spike onto him, and then Roman runs to the ropes, hitting the spear onto Cody Rhodes, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Roman Reigns defeated Cody Rhodes tonight in the main event to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Yeah, that's what happened. Roman Reigns retains the titles. I was expecting Cody Rhodes to definitely win this match, but it looks like that ain't going to be the case. I still think that Cody Rhodes is going to win. I think they're going to have a storyline going all the way to next year's WrestleMania at least. So yeah, that's what I think is going to be happening. Like Roman will be dropping the titles at WrestleMania 40 against Cody Rhodes. I think that will happen, like a rematch between them two. So that could possibly happen. We will see. I know Roman is apparently going to be taking a long break after WrestleMania, so we're going to have to see about that as well. But yeah, that's what happened. Roman Reigns retains the titles and defeats Cody Rhodes tonight. Just pretty wild right there. I was really expecting Cody Rhodes to win the titles, but it looks like that ain't going to be the case. But I think he'll win it eventually. But yeah, tonight was a nice night, unfortunately. But yep, that's what happened there. And it looks like Roman will definitely be going to hit 1,000 days, because right now he's at 945 days. So he might as well hit that 1,000-day mark, because he only got 55 days left until then. And he'll be surpassing Hulk Hogan's reign soon and all that. So yeah, just pretty wild right there. But yeah, that's what happened. It was still a really good main event between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. A really good one for the main event, at least. Even though I really wish that Cody would have won, I'll give it 4.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was still a really good match between those two guys. In my opinion, Cody Rhodes should win the match, but what can you do now? But it's still a really good match. Match of the night for me, probably that triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship with Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. That one was a really good one as well. But yeah, for WrestleMania 39 Night 2, for the whole show, out of 10 stars, I'll give it 9.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was still a pretty good show. I'm not even going to lie. WrestleMania 39 as a whole for Night 1 and Night 2, definitely 9.5 stars, you know? Just a really good show overall. One of the best WrestleManias, at least. I can say that much. But yeah, that's been my WWE WrestleMania 39 Night 2 reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later until tomorrow night's WWE Monday Night Raw reviews, the night after WrestleMania. Tomorrow night, definitely be talking about it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until then.